Ruth Bader Ginsburg may have passed in September 2020, but as a beacon of light revered by feminists, that continues to today. In this video, we're gonna look at some comments that Ruth Bader Ginsburg made to Katie Couric that may change how you see her, at least as it pertains to black folks, social justice, and protests for equality in the United States. Well, recently, all this came back up because Katie Couric, she's got a book coming out, and in that book, she's talking about an interview she had with RBG. Now, during this interview, this is around the same time that Colin Kaepernick was going through all this shit with the NFL. Katie Couric asked Ginsburg a question about it because it was like a rhetorical question, like a throwaway question. She was like, you know, hey, what do you think? I know that people got a right to take a knee if they want to, right? Like, there's no reason why you can't demonstrate during the national anthem. And just like that, Ginsburg, she went on down to White Hill. Yeah, she went down there. She just went for it. Started running the mouth, started saying shit she shouldn't have said. She said, I think it's really dumb. Would I arrest him for it? No. So, to Ginsburg, it was dumb for black people to protest. She went on to say, I think it's dumb and disrespectful. I would have the same answer if you asked me about flag burning. I think it's a terrible thing to do, but I wouldn't lock a person up for doing it. Here we are, the woman that I've had to hear all this time, how she's such a champion, basically telling the world, via this interview, fuck your protests. Basically telling the world, I don't even know what protests are about. They're a waste of time. Basically saying, I don't give a fuck about your issues. I mean, how else are we supposed to interpret this? She said, I think it's really dumb. She didn't say, hey, I think it's a better time and place or some other cop-out bullshit. I mean, she went directly for it. She went right to Clanville. Or right to Bigot Island, at least. Right to Bigot Island. She didn't stop. She didn't pick up a drink, a soda, a coffee, or nothing. She went right there and had a seat. She got her ticket, and she sat in the Bigot aisle on the Bigot bus. Bus. That's it. Days after the interview, she backpedaled. She said, I was barely aware of the incident or its purpose. My comments were inappropriate, dismissive, and harsh. I should have declined to respond. Couric adds that Ginsburg was elderly and probably didn't fully understand the question. Oh, so here it is, guys. This now, bullshit. Okay? First of all, bullshit. This is bad on so many levels, it's ridiculous. All right? First of all, if we got this woman that's incapable of having a conversation and can't be held accountable for what she says, her ass should not be sitting on the judgeship. Like, she should not sit. She should go have several seats at a bingo game. That's what she should do. Like, if you got a person that can't have a conversation and choose their words, or is going to comment and not know what the hell they're talking about. And you said, didn't understand the question. What's there to understand? You asked her, was it illegal for them to protest? Was there anything wrong with them doing the protest? It's not a trick question. It's a basic question. I've been hearing people make excuses for this as if, well, she did so many great things, it doesn't matter. That's because you don't value black people. Because we all know Colin Kaepernick was protesting about police brutality. Trying to stop police brutality. That's what it was for. And if you don't understand that, and you are a Chief Justice, why do we have you? And it gives also, guys, it also proves, or it shows how jacked up we are as a country, that they didn't pull her ass off the bench. That was a prime opportunity to do so. Ginsburg's people reached out to Katie Couric and asked her to remove parts because, as bad as that sounds, it was even worse. The full statement was even worse. Yeah, that was horrible what she said. But what she really said, without the redacted part that Katie Couric took out to save Ginsburg, was, here we go. Contempt for a government that has made it possible for their parents and grandparents to live a decent life, which they probably could not have lived in the places they came from. As they become older, they realize that this was a youthful folly. And that's why education is important. That sounds like George Bush's mom. Mama Bush, that's what that sounds like. Barbara Bush said similar shit. These people are not so old. That was very concise. Hey, it's much better than anything I've heard Biden say in a long time. That was on the money. It was fucked up. It was bigoted. It was racist. It was heinous. It was abrasive. It was cold-hearted. But it was what she honestly felt. It was coherent as hell. Cohesive. It's a real thought. It's not meandering, walking through silly-ass stories that mean nothing to get nowhere. And then ending with a stupid-ass anecdote like Joe Biden, who's our fucking president. So the lie that somehow Ginsburg was somehow diminished, she was unable to articulate herself, and we should not hold this against her. It's not about holding her against her. This is who she is. This is what she thought. Who people are and what they think matters. Ginsburg should have stepped down. Period. It ain't even got nothing to do with this. This is basic liberal white woman shit. Yeah, like this, like come on, this is what it is. She's a basic liberal white woman that wants to help other women. Black people are not a priority, not even a consideration. It should be happy that you're allowed to be third-class citizens in a country you built for free. You're fortunate. This is a gift to you. Won't you take it and shut up and be happy and just go to school and be glad to have a life in America amongst us whites? That's racism.
Pause. Wait, hold up, pause. No debate, no applause. Height of the wave.